世界恐慌ってやつか。
心配するな。女はいいぞ。よく働くし粘り強いしな。天に増します我らの神よ。あなたは倒産寸前の我が社にパンと仕事をお与えくださいました。さあもりもり食べてビシバシ働こう。
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Anime Kitchen, the show where we bring the food of anime and other media to life. In celebration of Netflix Australia releasing some classic Studio Ghibli movies onto their platform in Feb 2020, we're going to be serving up the spaghetti bolognese from Porco Rosso. So, crack open a bottle of wine, slap on an apron, let's go. Before we start cooking the bolognese sauce, we've got a lot of chopping to do. So to begin, we're going to start by finely dicing 1 large onion, 2 medium carrots, and 2 sticks of celery. Once everyone's all diced up, set them aside into a bowl while we prepare our garlic. Using the heel of your knife, give the cloves a good smashing to make the dicing process easier. For our basil and oregano, we're going to prepare them using a chiffonade cut, which is a technical term for stacking the leaves into a pile, rolling them up into a little log, and then thinly slicing the herbs. Then, like everything so far, we're going to finely dice them. As for the parsley, scrunch up the leaves together and give them a rough chop before dicing that up as well. Moving on, we're going to wait for our bacon to drop down from the heavens. And then I swear for the last time today, we're going to cut the bacon into strips and then give them a good dicing as well. Moving across to our stovetop, we're heating up a high-walled frying pan with a tablespoon of oil over medium heat. Once the oil is shimmering, add in your bacon and fry off for 10 minutes, stirring occasionally or until nice and crispy. After 10 minutes of frying off our bacon, we can add in our onion, carrot and celery to the pan, along with 3 cloves of diced garlic and roughly 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary. Cook this for about 5 to 10 minutes or until everyone has softened and we get some good colour going on those vegetables. Once this is nicely coloured, we're going to remove these guys from the pan just to make a bit more space. Add in some extra oil if you need and then fry off your beef mince until well browned. Now that our beef looks like it's got a good tan going, you can add back in your vegetables and bacon from before, along with 2 400-gram cans of diced tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, half a cup of red wine, a couple of bay leaves along with the diced basil and oregano from before, finally crumble in a beef stock cube. Let this come up to the boil and then reduce the heat to low before covering with the lid and allowing it to simmer for 1 to 1.5 hours until it thickens and the flavours have developed. While the sauce is cooking off in the background, we can talk about garlic bread. I know that it wasn't in the movie, but let's be honest here. Are you really going to complain about having garlic bread to be served alongside your spaghetti? Didn't think so. Using a wooden salad server as a guide, we're going to cut slits across the length of the baguette in 2.5cm intervals. Then to prepare the garlic butter, we're going to mash together 50 grams of softened salted butter with 2 cloves of minced garlic and some chopped parsley. Finally, we're going to generously apply the garlic butter into the slits and the top of the baguette. Wrap this guy up in foil and bake at 200 degrees Celsius for 12 to 15 minutes. Moving back to our sauce, you can see that it has become considerably thicker. At this point, we can remove the 2 bay leaves in the pan and then grate in 75 grams of fresh parmesan. Stir that into the sauce and season to taste with salt and freshly ground black pepper. When your sauce is nearly ready to go, we can add in the spaghetti into some boiling water and cook for 1 minute less than the packet directions. When the pasta is nearly done, reserve about 1 cup of pasta water before draining the pasta off and then returning it back into the pan. Add back in half of the reserved pasta water into the pan along with our bolognese sauce and cook over medium heat until the sauce fully adheres to the pasta. Alrighty guys, if we've timed everything well, our garlic bread should be finished baking by the time we're ready to serve. A moment of silence please while we admire the beauty that is garlic bread. To begin plating up, we're going to start by piling a very generous portion of spaghetti onto the plate and then topping that off with a bit of extra bolognese sauce. While we're at it, we're also going to give ourselves a generous portion of garlic bread. Finally, top off the spaghetti with some extra parmesan and a few sprigs of basil for colour. And there you have it, the Porco Rosso spaghetti bolognese. All that's left to do is pour yourself a glass of wine off screen, and now we're ready to eat. Wait, people are saying grace. Lower that fork and just take a moment to be thankful for the meal that you're about to enjoy. Okay, now that we've given our thanks, we can actually eat this time. Get yourself a nice big fork full of spaghetti and enjoy. And just excuse me while I have a moment to myself because this pasta did turn out really well. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay guys, thank you for joining me today in recreating the spaghetti bolognese from Porco Rosso. Join me next time as we recreate the Siberia from Studio Ghibli's The Wind Rises. Until then, roll up your sleeves, slap on an apron, and I'll see you in the anime kitchen. Cheers.